I realize it's probably not realistic at all to actually cash fund everything, but I told Teresa yesterday, I said, the model is set up for you to be very aggressive financially. My main point here, and why I would like you to just strive to cash fund as much as you can, is because in the end, in this debt cash combo versus no new debt, you're saving your customers almost $200 a month by cash funding your capital. We're not going to go tell our customers that, hey, you better start saving for your water bill in 2082. Like,
No, we're not going there.
no. But if you do want to use these illustrations to talk to your customer base at your annual meeting or something, you can show them a 10-year thing instead of the whole, you know,
Right.
where people are like, oh, whatever. You can keep it in reality. This was like $6.36 a month is what it works out to be in terms of rate impact. Plus they're using more water each year.
Right.
So it's not much. You guys have done such a great job on keeping up with your rates, and they are so where they need to be. Don't change a thing. Don't take a break from rate adjustments. It is not worth it to take a break from doing that. As you can see, there's plenty of reason to continue to plan and why you need that cash in the bank.
Yeah.
Always be able to say to your customers, yeah, we have $10 million of cash in the bank. You think that we're rich, but hey, here's the rest of what we have going on. This is why that money's there. At the end of the day, when we talk about depreciation, we have a quarter where we're actually operating at a loss. You know, so, but you take the depreciation out, which most people do not budget for depreciation. They don't actually do that. So everything always looks hunky-dory until the real impact of depreciation shows up, and those days are just getting closer and closer as our systems age. Even in the year 2036, when we're going to have $50-ish million in the bank, that's still, you know, we're going to be justifying that by something, and we're not at the green. And, you know, as Teresa and I are talking, this gets really unrealistic looking right here, because it is. But the reason for that is because you have all these hundreds of miles of pipe that have an assumed identical expiration date right now. And so that's the part where I'm saying those projects, you're not going to replace all of that at one time. It's going to happen in smaller pieces. And so what we're going to be doing before we wrap this up to help with making that more realistic is just starting with just the glue joint pipe. And I asked Teresa, I said, in a perfect world, by what year would you have all of that glue joint pipe replaced? She said 2041, so that's what we're gonna do. We're gonna say, okay, how much can we actually use or spend each year in this pipe replacement, doing it a little bit at a time, not too aggressive, you know, where we're raising rates so that we can replace pipe, because what if it doesn't need to be done, is the thing. Then we're not gonna do it. And so that will help us to work on that capital reserve, where we can say, this is the glue joint pipe line item in our reserve budget, and this is why we're aiming for what we are each and every year as we work into the future. I will tell you guys, I don't work with anybody else who has raised rates. Didn't you say you've raised them every single year since you've been the manager?
Yeah, but
Nobody. I don't know anybody else who's done that, but that it is so worth it.
And I cringe when I hear a board member from another system or another state or whatever sit next to me and praise themselves and pat themselves on the back that they had the same water rate for 20 years.
Yeah. Guess what? All your customers are still paying.
Well, it's reassuring when you see this. It's reassuring to know that pretty close on track to where we
Yeah.
need to be.
Oh, gosh, yeah.
You know.
Very.
You know, because the fact of the matter is that nobody can argue that.
That's right.
You know, there
can't. It's
can't be
there in
no,
black
there's
and
no
white.
argument.